Sync slicer enables the users to sync the newly created slices to make it part of all other pages in your report. Okay, so I'll just show you what this one is all about. For example, I just created a country slicer. I just remove all these slicers at this moment. Let us not complicate this. We will retain only one slicer, Afghanistan. For example, I just select Afghanistan here. Whatever the visuals that are available as part of this page got refreshed or got updated with the data relevant to Afghanistan. I have another page. In this page, I can see that all the country data is still available. Whatever the filter that got applied on all the visuals in this page were not applied in this page. And if you hover the cursor on top of this, categories technology is there, but it is not Afghanistan. For example, you have selected Afghanistan in this slicer, and if you keep this cursor over each and every visual, like this visual, right, or like filter kind of thing, you can see that what filter. So these each visual got affected by which filtered value. Okay, so in here I selected Afghanistan. You just go and confirm it here. Okay, this filter got affected by Afghanistan. Even this one, all these visuals got impacted by this selection Afghanistan. So that is also possible. Okay, you need to go and check it. Right. So when you have multiple visuals, and sometimes when you are using more than one slicers, and you want to check whether the filter has been applied on all the visuals correctly or not, right? The combination of filters, for example, between the range or year 2012 to 14 and Afghanistan, Angola, whether the filter has been applied or not, right? You can go and check it here. Okay, so I told you, right, if you use drop down, for example, instead of this, I just select drop down. And if I go and select a country like Argentina and Bahrain and Bangladesh, and if I close it, it's difficult for me to later point in time, right? Let's say I just went to this second page, I did design, and I just explored this data. When I come back to the first page, I forgot what selections I made in this thing. I need to click on and see it. Instead, right, you can just go and hover the cursor on top of this icon called the filter. Okay, it will show you Argentina, Bahrain, Bangladesh. You don't have to go here. Okay, and you can also go and see it here. Okay, where the filters got applied on this one, you can see it here. So this is the advantage of this thing. Now we are discussing about sync slicer. So now I want to sync up this slicer. Let me do one thing. I just make it the list. Okay, and it is a vertical horizontal orientation now. So I just I want to keep this visual across all the pages. In this case, oddly we have two pages. Let's say in real-time scenario, you have 2, 3, or 10 pages are there. All the pages, the same slicer needs to be copied, and at the same time, whatever the selection I made it in this page one, in this slicer, page one slicer, whatever I selected, the same thing should get synchronized across all the pages. Each and every page, I don't want to go and select Afghanistan. Instead, in the single page or common page, when I make any selection, the same selection should get applied across all the pages in my report pages. Okay. So how do I do that? That's where the Power BI sync slices are very much handy. I just click on the insert thing. In the insert menu, you can see, okay, slicer is not available here. Okay, when I forgot this view. Yeah, when you click on the view ribbon, you will find something like sync slicer. Look here at the corner, right? So here, the last one is the sync slicer. You need to click on this one. The moment when you click on this, it will display something like this. 1 second, let me just, you need to select this one. You need to select this slicer and then click on the sync slicers under the view ribbon. Here, I have a page called drill through. In this page also, look here, there are two icons here. One is the I kind of I, right? This one is I, and this is something like synchronize. Okay. And so what I do is the same slicer, you display it in the drill through page also, and page to page, all the pages, you simply copy paste it and also synchronize it. When I make any, copy the same thing across all the pages. See, using these sync slicers is pretty simple. You don't have to go to manually each and every page, copy paste it, and you don't have to enable sync, right? Simply with the help of the sync slicers pane, right? You can select. For example, I don't want this one to be displayed in page 4. You can, unselect it here. You can unselect it. So using sling slicer, you can apply, you can create the same, or you can display the same slicer to a specific pages also. Okay, not necessarily all the pages, specific page also. Okay, now what I do is I just go to the drill through page and see here, this slicer I did not copy paste it manually, but it got copied automatically. Look here in 3 and page 4. Since I did not select it here, it is not appearing here. Okay, I just go back to the page 1, and also we'll check it out. In Afghanistan, what is the sales? And in each category, I just minimize this one for the sake of your understanding. Okay. And Afghanistan, I selected 11.1K in furniture, 11.6 and 2.8 is there. If I go to the second page, when Afghanistan country got selected, Afghanistan country got selected, and here the Afghanistan related filter got applied. 1 second. If I go and see it here, it's technical. No, it's not coming here. Let me just go and recheck it one more time. Drill through. Okay, I have disabled this one. Let me just enable it. Filter slides apparently they are not applied now. Okay, so there is something problem here. So to sync the new. So Albania, right? So Albania is the one I just copied here. And let me just go and do select this algorithm. Okay, let me just select some, create some visual here. So here it displays everything. 1 second. Ideally, it should work. So this is sync slicer. That's the problem with the newer version. We need to be doubly cautious with this one. Okay, 1 second. Let me just select sync slicer and drill through page. Also, it displays, but synchronization is also happening. And let me just select this one, and let's see what happens in the other pages. Yeah, you need to select this one. Okay, in the page 1 itself, it is not synchronized. Okay, in the page 1 itself, it was not synchronized. Okay, that's the problem. So whatever the selections I made it, right, it got selected in across all the pages. Look here, and in page 4, so not page 4 and page 2. So all the pages, the main page 1's slicer got copied automatically when I did the configuration in the sync slicer. And at the same time, the synchronization also happened across the pages. Yes, first of all, right? So here you need to synchronize the first page. Okay, that is the thing. Okay. So you need to synchronize. If you don't do this, what will happen is the synchronization will happen here. And the second page is also it is happening. It is not cleared. Okay. And let me do one thing. Yeah. The previous one is displayed here. 1 second. Let me just select this one. Right, so you need to do like this. Okay, so this is the This icon is nothing but synchronization. This is nothing but the view. Supposing you don't want the same slicer to be appeared on all the other pages, but synchronization should happen automatically, right? In that case, what you do is you just simply remove this. And I want this slicer, this country slicer should be made visible only in the home page, first page. Next page is, I don't want to display. Look here, it is not displaying it here. However, whatever the selections I made it here, this one got synchronized across the other pages. Okay, it is up to you to decide whether you want to keep the same slicer across the page. But to my knowledge, when I worked with the different customers, right, they suggested us to keep the same slicer to get displayed across the other pages also, so that they can make sure that what value selected with the help of the slicer itself. But obviously you can see it from here, right? So Africa and test Asia, right? There is, okay, so within that thing, right, within that country, whatever things are falling, right, it is displaying it there. Okay, so basically now it's a look here. When you look at this one, you will get confused, right? So where it is happening, best thing, you can have this slicer across all the pages. So you need to select this slicer and make sure that you are selecting all these things, okay, whichever pages that you needed. So you can, if you want to have it on page 4 also, you can have it. Okay, now if I go back there, I can see the Algeria and Afghanistan got selected. Look here in the page 1, Algeria, Afghanistan and Algeria is there. Here also the same selection has been made. Okay, with the help of the map we can make it out. Look here, it's all related to, look here, Algeria, and you can find somewhere the Afghanistan also here. Okay, Afghanistan, Algeria, and you can find it somewhere here. But with this we could see that technology, right? This is really technology, yeah, because I applied the drill through here. Anyhow, we'll discuss about the drill through little later. Hope you understood how to create a sync slicer. What is the purpose of sync slicer, right? Sync slicer is one of the most important features. This feature enable the users to sync the this newly created slicer to all other relevant pages in the report. Okay, in simple term, to if you want to sync the newly created slicer to all the other pages in the report, you can go for sync slicer. That is possible with sync slicer. Okay, so next one is filter. We'll take a look at something else called filter. Okay, using slicer, we can apply the filter across the visual. And apart from this, and we have something else called filters pane here. Okay, if you click on this double arrow sign, you will find the filters pane get expanded. And for example, if I select this specific visual, filters on this visual get enabled. If I click somewhere else here, right, you will find only two options: filters on this page and filters on all pages. Only two options are available. Let me just okay, when I simply expand this, let me do one thing. I just clear this one. Okay, and if you see here, I just cleared this one. Filters on this visual, filters on this page. Okay, and because I selected, sorry. Okay, and look here, by default, filters on this page and filters on all pages. The interview, they'll ask you, this is an interview questions. What are the different types of filters are available? One is the filters on all pages, filters on this page, on this page, and you have something called filters on visual. Filters on this page and filters on all pages. These two types or visuals are, sorry, filters are available. Apart from this, we have something called visual level filter. Look, by default, visual level filter will not get displayed. Will filters on this page, and you have filters on all pages. For example, if I in the filters on page, if I go and select something like in the right, so in the filters on this page itself, under filter type, you can see two types of options are available. If you select basic filtering, you just watch here. If I select furniture here, all the visuals on the left side in the report canvas will get refreshed with this furniture related data here. Look here, furniture, and this is also furniture segment. In the furniture segment, how much sales we made. In all the country furniture segment, how much we made sales. So here I just selected the basic filtering, and then I selected my option, right? I just selected furniture. I just want to filter all the visuals in this page using furniture. The same thing you can do it with the help of slicer. Okay, but the advantage of the filters pane is you have something like advanced filtering. Here you can specify value, something that does not contain furniture, something like that. We can specify some conditions here, and then if you click on apply filter, all the visuals will get refreshed with all the categories, all the categories excluding furniture. Technology office, look here, furniture got excluded. Okay, you can specify some conditions, and also you can specify multiple conditions and or something like that. Okay, and if you think you don't need the filter, let's say you explore the visuals with this condition, and now you want to clear this, click on this eraser sign, clear filter. So now it got back to the previous thing. Okay, and similarly, if I one second, in the filters on this page, if I scroll down, I can see something like sales here. When you click on this, but in the new version, we don't see the top N feature is available here. The older version top N, I don't know why they removed it. Basic filtering, look here, if you want to have something like 16.1, something like that. Okay, you can select whatever thing that you needed, you can select it in the sales, and if you want to clear it, you can clear it. But usually we don't select the basic filtering for the numeric variable. Advanced filtering is very much helpful. Okay, yes, the sales is greater than some value, let's 1 million, and less than, and then less than or equal to, something like that. You want to have something on 3.3 or 3.5. Apply filter. It is not showing anything. Or if, let's say we will put something like 4 million. 1 million to 4 million. It's greater than 1 million, or let's do one thing. 4 million, I already tried, right? You can specify, and it's greater than 3 million or something like that. You can specify less than or equal to, or least less than or greater than. Okay, or let me do one thing. I just select, I don't know the exact value, why it is not. So now it is doing it here. So is greater than 1 million or less than or equal to 3 million, right? So it shows all the things. But here, the combination of all the things it shows. Greater than 1 million means it can be more than 4 million also, right? With this condition, and this one also it shows. Something like that. So you can apply the complex filtering condition for your numeric variable also with the help of the greater than or less than kind of operator. Okay, that is also another advantage of filter. But the filters are meant for developers, not for reporting users. So see, there are two types of users. One is three types of user. One is the reporting user. So they know only how to use our report. they go and see, all they do is just, we share the report to them. They just go and click on, they make the selections, that's all. Okay. But as a report developer, we are the one responsible for creating all the visuals and testing everything. Okay. The functionality, everything. And then that at the time of testing functionality, this is very much helpful. Okay. You go and filter it and see, what values are coming here. Just by hover the cursor on top of this, you can find it is greater than 1 billion or less than or equal to 3 million. So something like this is the condition filter got applied on each visual, something like that. You can check it out. So the filters are basically for developers, not for reporting users. It is not user friendly for the report users, because the filters, if they want to filtering with the filters, right, they need to open the report and they need to do it here. But whereas in the case of slicer, it get displayed on top of the report canvas itself. It sits on top of the report canvas, so they can select whichever options they want it as per the slicer to view a specific report, okay, or specific data. So that is the thing. And the other one option is like filters on all pages. Okay, for example, here the category, I just select once again, I'll select the basic filtering, furniture, and display only the furniture and technology. And I'm going to clear this one now. Okay, the same filter needs to be applied across. We have seen Sync Slicer, right? It is more or less similar to that, but in this case, it will apply all the filters across all the pages when you use this filters on all pages. Okay, for example, if I drag and drop the category here, filters on all pages. If I select furniture and technology, these two filter will get applied across all the pages, furniture and technology, right? Let me do one thing. If I go back here, I just clear on this one, and then here I just furniture and technology. Let me just select it one more time. Technology and furniture, and technology and furniture should get selected across the pages. Let me drill app. It is not doing it here. And page 2. Okay, page 2 is nothing is displayed. Let me do one thing. Okay, I did not clear the previous thing, I think. Filters on this page, right? I just clear this. So that's what you need to first clear all the filters, whatever you applied already. Okay, and furniture and technology, the filters on all pages, whatever you selected, the same thing should get refreshed across all the pages. But here only technology is getting selected. This is because this one second, let me just do one thing. I just go to drill through page. And just under this, I have made this thing, okay, because of which it is not. Look here, furniture and display. Furniture and technology. I have used the drill through option earlier. In this one, I implemented that one, because of which the technology only get filtered across in this page. Okay, look here, furniture and technology got selected across all the pages. The same filter, furniture and technology, got applied. Page 2, I did not have anything, right? I did not create any visuals, hence it is not doing anything. So now you understood the 3 types of filters. One is the visual level filter and page level filter, and filters on all pages. These are the 3 type of filters you need to remember it. In the interview, they'll ask you. Okay, now I'll just show you what is page level filter. Sorry, visual level filter. Look here, if I select this one, and if I wanted to, let's say if I want to apply a filter only on a specific visual, that is possible with filters. This is another advantage of using filters. Look here, in this case, the technology and furniture got filtered only on this visual. But if you look at this visual, furniture, office supplies, technology, right? All the 3 are available. which means this filter was not applied to these visuals. It applied only to this one. In order to look here, filters on this page, filters on all pages, only these two options are available by default. When you select a specific visual, automatically the filters on this visual option will get enabled. You need to remember this. Okay. So, okay. And if you want to apply a filter only to a specific visual, that is possible with the filters. With the slicer, you cannot do it. That is what I discussed while explaining about the drawbacks of slicer. This is one of the drawback of slicer. You cannot apply filter to a specific visual using slicer, whereas with filters, you can apply filters to a specific visual itself. Look here, you can go and see it here. Furniture. Look here. If you keep the cursor, if you over the cursor, is furniture or technology, but if you over the cursor here, there are no filters. Look here, filters and slicer, there are not any filters applied right now. So to summarize, you learned how to use filters pane to apply the filter on the report canvas, or on filters on visual, and filters on pages, filters on page, right? So visual level filter one. The second one is page level filter. You can say this way also, page level filter, page level filter, and the third one is all pages. So in the intro, they'll ask you about the type of filters: visual level filter, page level filter, all pages. That is possible. And they'll ask you the difference between slicer and filter. You can tell them with the help of filter, you can do, you can apply complex logic using and, or not, or less than or equal to options. With that feature, we can apply, advanced level of filter using filters. Whereas slicer, you cannot do it. But with slicer, you cannot apply a filter on a single visual. Whereas using filters pane, you can apply a filter on a single visual. So these are the three types of filters that are available. Okay. Okay, next we will take a look at another interesting feature called drill through.